Hello YouTube, this is my first deck profile video. This is a Sun and Moon Dragon deck profile, and it's also a rank 5 deck profile. So, if you've been looking for a recent profile for Sun and Moon Dragons, I was looking for one and I couldn't find very many good ones that were recent. So I decided to make a video of mine that I came up with and show it to you guys. So first of all, I have 2 Supe and 2 Fire Ant Ascator. Supe is the tuner that you need for Quilla, and Fire Ant Ascator is the tuner you need for Inti. If you want to make your deck more focused on the Sun and Moon Dragons, you can put in 3. I have it more for that as a backup or just as a little fun thing to do. Because this is a fun deck. I didn't make this deck to win tournaments or anything. I just have it to have fun, and it's really, really consistent, and I have a lot of fun with it. So I have 2 Supe, 2 Fire Ant Ascators. Those are to get out the Sun and Moon Dragons. Next up, I have 3 Star Drawing. Star Drawing is level 4 when you can normal summon him, and when you can get out another level 5, you can use him as a level 5 and Xyz summon. And when you Xyz summon used in Star Drawing, you get a draw card. So I really like having that in the deck because you can plus off of it. Next up, the last of my lower levels, I have 3 Garbage Ogres. Those are to get Garbage Lord to my hand. I'll show that to you guys later, but that's level 5. You guys probably know of it. You get to pay 2,000 life points. It's a costly card, I know, guys, but you pay 2,000 life points, and you get to special summon Garbage Lord onto the field, and you can use it for a dark XYZ monster. It's kind of a big limitation, but I don't always need to use Garbage Lord. I have plenty of other cards that I can use in place of it, but it's really, really handy when you need it. And Garbage Ogre, his effect to bring Garbage Lord to your hand is you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard and add 1 Garbage Lord from your deck to your hand. You can only use this once per turn, but I think it's really handy to have the 3 to bring out Garbage Lord to your hand. Moving on to my level 5s. I have 2 Oracle of the Sun. That's a level 5 card that runs with Sun and Moon Dragons. If your opponent controls a monster and you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. And when this card on the field is destroyed and sent to your graveyard, you can add 1 Fire Ant or Supe from your deck to your hand. So that's good for searching out your tuners. And it helps because you can use it for an Xyz summon too, so I like using that. Then I have 3 Garbage Lord. That's what I was telling you guys. Pay 2,000 life points, you get a special summon it from your hand. It can only be used to Xyz summon a dark monster. It sucks, but I make it work, and I think it really helps. Because in my extra deck, I run Adreus, which pops a card, and that's a dark, and that I can use Garbage Lord for. And I have Heart Earth, so that is a really good way to help bring out Heart Earth. I play Heart Earth because it's fun, not because it's always good. It's like seldom good to play in a situation, but I play it because it's fun and it's Heart Earth, and yay. So anyways. Next, I have Cyber Dragon. I have 3 Cyber Dragons. Those, you guys know what it does. Special summon if your opponent controls a monster and you control no monsters. I have 3 of them, and it really helps because I can use it to help bring out Chimeratech Fortress Dragon from my extra deck. And if you're playing Cosmos or Clifforts or a machine-based deck, it's super, super good to clear your opponent's field and get a huge monster on yours. So I really like having the 3 Cyber Dragons in my deck. Next, I have 3 Tricky. Discard a card from your hand, special summon it. Easy to do. That's all it does, but it's level 5. Solar Windjammer. If you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. But its attack and defense are halved. That doesn't matter because you're just going to use it to Xyz summon. Or go into your Sun or Moon Dragon. And last of all, I have Interplanetarypurplythorny Dragon. It's a big mouthful of a title. And it doesn't. I don't even need to have it in here, but I think it's a fun card to play, and this is a fun deck. So I put it in here. If a monster you control is destroyed by battle or by card effect and sent to your graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand. It has 2,200 attack and 1,100 defense. So those are my monsters. I put them all in there, and I think that balance that I have of them works really well to keep the consistency of my deck up. Going on to my spells, I have 3 Instant Fusion. It's not very good to play Garbage Lord and Instant Fusion at the same turn, but you can if you have to. But Instant Fusion, I don't have any Nordens, otherwise I would have them. But so I play 3 Panzer Dragons, which I can also use with Cyber Dragon to bring out Chimeratech. But mainly I have them in there so that I can use them to Xyz summon rank 5. And if you aren't able to rank or special summon the rank 5 and these get destroyed, you can just pop a card on the field, as their effect says. When it's sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 card on the field and destroy it. Not sent to the graveyard, when it's destroyed and sent to the graveyard. So only when it's destroyed can you use that. But I like the card. Then I play 2 Dark Hole, self-explanatory. I do not have a Raigeki. I would play Raigeki, but I don't have it. I play them at 2 because when I get out Heart Earth and I get rid of its units and I need to destroy it by card effect in order to activate its other one to bring out Heart Earth Dragon. I can play Dark Hole, destroy Heart Earth, and then that lets me summon out Heart Earth Dragon with his effect. So I think that's really fun to do. So you can get rid of all your opponent's monsters if they are able to be destroyed by card effects. And you can clear their field, and then you'll have a monster on yours. And Heart Earth Dragon it can't be destroyed by battle. Also, if your opponent takes any battle damage, you would have taken from battles involving this card. So you can attack into any monster your opponent controls, and they take all damage. This card's attack and defense are at 0, so whatever it attacks into, the attack of that monster is taken from your opponent's life points. During your opponent's end phase, you can detach 1 XYZ material and banish all cards your opponent controls. So you can banish or discard Heart Earth to your graveyard and activate this, banish all cards your opponent controls. So clear the entire field. That were normal or special summoned. My bad, I should have mentioned that first. So it kind of sounded a lot better than I made it. So you can discard Heart Earth and banish all monsters or all cards your opponent controls that were normal or special summoned or were set this turn. If this card is destroyed while it has an XYZ material, you can special summon this card from the graveyard, and when you do, it gains a 1000 attack for each card currently banished. So you can use its effect, and you can, if you bring actually I'll get to the, yeah, so that comes to my next and last spell card. I have XYZ Revenge, so if you use his effect and it gets destroyed, sends to the graveyard, you can use XYZ Revenge. If your opponent controls a face-up XYZ monster that has material, you can summon Heart Earth Dragon from your graveyard, and it gets a material from your opponent's XYZ monster. And then you can, if he gets destroyed again, then you can, it gains attack equal to the number of cards you banished by discarding. So I don't hardly ever do it, but I have it in there because it's a fun deck. Like I said, it's fun, it's a fun deck, and I love to be able to use those two cards. Backtracking to the main deck. Now are my traps. I play 3 Abyss Stingray. It's a trap monster. You can special summon this card as an effect monster. It's a Thunder type, light, level 5, and it has 1900 attack and 0 defense. But when it's summoned as a trap card per its effect, it can't be destroyed by battle. So it's a good defense if that's all you have or something. So you can use it to XE summon. I think it's nice to have. Then I have 2 Fiendish Chain. Self-explanatory. You guys know what it all does. Negate effects. I have 1 Bottomless. 1 Compulsory. To bounce a card, because nowadays there's a lot of cards that can't be destroyed by battle or card effects. So as long as you can target it, you can target it, bounce back. You guys know that already. Not sure why I'm telling you guys again, but then I have a Mirror Force. Don't have any other cool Mirror Force cards that have come out, so I play normal Mirror Force. Torrential Tribute, that can also be used to destroy Heart Earth Dragon, and then, or Heart Earth, my bad, to summon Heart Earth, and then that lets you get out Heart Earth Dragon, as long as Heart Earth has no XYZ materials, and destroys your opponent's field too. So, then I have 1 7 Tools of the Bandit, and 2 Call of the Haunted. I'm probably should put in a Solemn Warning or something like that, but I'm just gonna leave it as it is because I don't have any problems with it. Now, moving on to the extra deck. I have 2 Moondragon Quilla. Those you use Supe for. 2 Inti. Those you use Fire Ant Ascator. So you can special summon any level 5 pretty easily, and then normal summon Fire Ant Ascator and go into Inti or go into Supe and Synchro into Quilla. And then, if you guys don't know this already, which I'm assuming you do, when one of these is in the graveyard and you have one on the other one on the field, and this gets destroyed and sent to the graveyard, that lets you summon the other from the graveyard, and it's a continuous cycle. So as long as it doesn't get bounced or it gets banished or anything, or just gets sent to the graveyard, not destroyed, but just sent to the graveyard. I know there's some effects that do that. You can summon out the other one, and it's just a continuous cycle. So you can just keep bringing them out over and over. Inti is at 3,000 attack, 2,800 defense, and it has an effect that says when this card is... Okay, it says, if this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, destroy the monster that destroyed this card. And if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to half the attack of that monster had on the field. And then if it's sent to the graveyard, or destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can summon Quilla. So that's a really nice effect to have. And then Quilla's effect is, if this card is targeted for an attack, you gain life points equal to half of the attacking monster's attack. And then if it's destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon Inti from your graveyard. And that's a really nice combo if you can get it off. It's not very hard to get off in this deck. Then I have the 3 Panzer dragons, like I showed you guys before. The Chimeratech Fortress Dragon. I play 2 Volcasaurus because I just love the card. I just have fun playing it. Pop a card, inflict damage equal to its owner, equal to its attack. Then I play Adreus. Adreus is similar to Volcasaurus in the sense that you discard a unit to destroy a card. It's not just limited to a monster. You can destroy any face-up card your opponent controls, and it's a dark attribute, so I use that as a target for my Garbage Lord, which is rank or level 5. It's level 5, but it's also can only be used for a dark monster, which I said before. So that's nice. Then I play Heart Earth and Heart Earth Dragon, because why not? Not the greatest cards, and I don't always use them, but I have a lot of fun when I do. Heart Earth, it has 100 attack, 100 defense. Its effect is once per turn. When this card is targeted for an attack, it gains attack equal to the attacking monster's original attack. Ugh, that's a mouthful. A lot of attack words. Until it gains attack equal to the attacking monster's original attack until the end phase. If this face-up card on the field would be destroyed, you can attach 1 XYZ material from this card instead. And when this card would be destroyed by a card effect while it has no XYZ materials, you can special summon 1 number 92 Heart Earth Dragon from your extra deck and attach this card from the graveyard to it as an XYZ material. And the special summon is treated as an XYZ summon. So you summon him. I like to summon him in defense position to encourage your opponent to attack him and therefore get rid of his materials. And then I'll activate a Dark Hole or a Torrential Tribute when I summon a monster and destroy him and bring out Heart Earth Dragon. Heart Earth Dragon's effect can't be destroyed by battle. Your opponent takes any battle damage from a battle involving this card. I already told you about this card. And then I play Digvorzhak. I just can't describe how much I love this card. It takes 3 level 5 monsters, which is kind of a lot, and it kind of empties your hand a bit, but it is so much fun to play, especially when you're having a 3-way duel. And I'll tell you why. Because when you can once per turn, you can detach 1 XYZ material from this card and send the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck to the graveyard. Then, if any monsters were sent to the graveyard by this effect, destroy cards your opponent controls up to the number of monsters sent. So, why I like it in a 3-way duel is you summon him, discard and activate his effect, you send 3 cards from both of your opponent's decks to the graveyard. And then depending on how many monsters are sent by its effect, you can destroy up to 6 cards on the field, which I think is insane. And when it doesn't have any materials, you can just use it to attack because it's a big beat stick. It's got 3,200 attack, which gets over most things that your opponent gets out. And then last of all, I have an artifact Durandal. It's 2 level 5 monsters, light attribute. Once per turn during either player's turn, you can activate one of these effects. When a monster effect is activated, or when a normal spell or trap card is activated, you can detach 1 XYZ material from this card, and the activated effect becomes destroy 1 spell or trap card your opponent controls. So your opponent activates like a mirror force, you can detach a material, and that mirror force's effect, instead of destroying all your monsters, its effect becomes destroy 1 set spell or trap card, or my bad, destroy 1 spell or trap card your opponent controls. So instead of destroying your monsters, your opponent has to destroy 1 spell or trap card that you control, and if you don't have any, which happens fairly often, then it just fizzles, which is great. And then it has a second effect, that is, you can detach 1 XYZ material from this card. Each player with a hand shuffles their entire hand into the deck and then draws the same number of cards that they shuffled into the deck. So it's basically a reload. You can detach, and if you see your opponent drawing or searching out cards that they need, and you don't want them to summon out a monster that you don't like, you can make it harder for them, make it so that they have to do it by chance, and use his effect, and they have to reload their entire hand. And I used that actually last night, and it really, really helped in a duel because he was gonna get out this big beat stick and just attack over me, but I used Durandal's effect, and he had to shuffle his entire hand to his deck, and he just bricked. So it's a really, really handy card to have. It's got 2,400 attack, 2,100 defense, and I think it's a great card. That wraps up my main deck and my extra deck, so that wraps up the whole profile video. I don't seldom run side decks, so I don't have one to show you guys, but comment on what you like about the deck, how it runs for you guys, any improvements you make, or any cool cards that you could switch out that make the deck even more fun, because that's what I like to do. That's why I play to have fun, and I think this is a super, super fun deck, and I hope you guys feel the same way and get the same results. Super consistent, and that's all I have for you guys. Thanks for watching, and see you later.